first on the card, 11 a.m. Central on Saturday. LSU goes to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt minus 2.5 is the line. Game total at 48.5. That's a beefy total for these two teams. I think the only game LSU has gone over was when they hung 56 on Sela, and Vanderbilt. They've been capable of putting up points, but I think there were only like 41 points scored, or it, it would against Alabama. They didn't score that the total. Yeah, they only scored 44 points. It was 30-14 Alabama winning, but they only scored 44 in the total. So out of conference. And actually, no, and they also played South Carolina 31-7. So again, this seems like a really beefy total. I would love the under on. I'd be all over the under on this one. So we've got both these teams coming in 5-1. Vanderbilt coming off the bye week after the rough loss, at Alabama. LSU, they dropped a game to Ole Miss, but other than that, they've been pretty good. They've been really good this year. Wins against Florida, wins against South Carolina. Both these teams played South Carolina. Vanderbilt destroyed South Carolina, but in a game they knocked out they knocked out Lenora Sellers. I'm going to ride with Vandy minus the 2.5. I like them at home. I think that will be a good environment, and I like them off the bye week. They play a really physical style, and then this gives them a chance to kind of lick their wounds, get healthy. For LSU, the LSU offense does not look good this year at all. And I mean, I guess they hung 56 on Sela, but an SEC team should hang 56 on Sela. So I'm not sure how LSU is going to score, and I think we could be looking at like a 13-10 final here. With Vandy getting the cover. I'm going to lay the 2.5 with Vandy. I just think it's the right spot. Off a bye, at home, off a loss. It's a good situation to be in. And honestly, I think this LSU team is a bit fraudulent. They have not played anybody this year. I guess the only team they play. I take that back. They played Ole Miss and they lost by 5. At Ole Miss. So both these teams have gone on the road and had a loss hung on them. Other than that, they've looked, I guess you'd say, LSU looked okay against South Carolina. They looked okay against Florida. They looked okay against La Tech. La Tech has been pretty good in CUSA this year. On the other side, Vandy, when they've got 2 road wins already. They got a nice win against Utah State and the loss to Alabama. I just have a bit more trust in this Vanderbilt team with the home spot. So I'm going to lay the 2.5. We'll see how dumb I look, but either way. Also, apparently the LSU message boards are just like beside themselves. So they're coming into this one. They're coming in as a dog to Vanderbilt. So that being said, I'm on Vanderbilt. I just, again, it's more the situation than the teams, but I do think they've got enough on offense where they'll be able to score a couple times in that LSU defense, and I don't trust the LSU offense on the road. So that's the handicap. I'm on Vandy minus the 2.5. Let's slide along.